Alright, welcome everybody to the Gamingbrew channel where we love and play all things Dungeons and Dragons. Tonight is The Void Beckons, episode 2. This is your first time here. This game plays every other Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern. We also have games that run every week, Tuesdays and Saturdays right now. Tons of games on the channel. If you like what you see, hit that follow and that subscribe button. We have lots to do tonight. Let's play. It's still there. Where's Uncle Fester?
He looks like a Wookiee.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. Chewbacca, is that you?
We also got to show off Rook's new character art, because Rook's character art came in and he looks freaking cool.
I like the goggles. They're nice.
So this is Rook in his final form.
Nice.
Pretty sick. A Rusco. All right, let's put you on the beach and get this going.
Yeah.
Whoosh. So in the last game, the 5 of you were hired as mercenaries on the ship with Captain Farzine. Farzine's Folly was the ship's name. And you were hired to move some cargo, but we're not told what it was. But in true D&D player fashion, all 5 of you immediately went to check out what that cargo was, and you found these strange stones. These strange stones that if you touched them or came in close proximity to them, you began to have these visions, these fever dreams of some sort of void aberration. During your journeys across the sea, the ship was assaulted by a strange hurricane, destroying the ship, throwing you all to the safety of a large rock. While you were laying on this rock, you also had a vision of a tentacled creature whose brain was exposed, floating in its skull. You came to, you fought off some Sahuagins, made your way to the beach to find what was left of the crew. And although not much is left, you've learned that you're on the haunted lands, and now you're looking for a way to escape this dreadful place. So it's been a long rest. If you haven't given yourself a long rest yet, give yourself that for sure. You spent one day so far, one day walking south along the haunted land's edge. And we're going to pick up right as you make camp for that night. It's already been one day in the haunted lands. You marched south for a day, and now you've made camp again. During that time, your companions that survived the storm first made Aiden in his green bandana, Mozetta in the red bandana, and the chef. They all sit around the campfire right now looking exhausted with wide eyes. Throughout the entire day, and right now as they sit, they shudder randomly from the cold. But to her reputation, Captain Farzine has stood strong for this first day, not allowing any of the fears that she might feel to creep up and scare her crew. So you all gather around this fire, preparing your night's watch so the others can rest while you discuss the magnitude of the situation that you find yourself in. So all 4 of the crew members are going to sleep. I need to know who wants to keep watch for tonight's watch and in what order you'd like to do so, or if you just want to stay up.
I'll keep a night's watch.
I call third.
I'll take a shift if needed.
I'll do the first watch, I guess.
Bloom first, Morak second, then Riven third.
Yes.
Rook and Zeal, you want to sleep through the night?
A man like me needs his beauty sleep.
Yeah.
So the 4. Oh, there we go. Rook's getting advantage from Bio Chief. Briscoe Bros sticking together.
Yeah.
Toss that on.
Perception.
Before we rest, too, Bloom, can you take a look at the captain's leg? Looks kind of fucked up.
I mean, I can try. Medicine check for checking the leg.
Yeah, make a medicine check.
All right.
The leg has taken a deep gash from making her way to shore when I got knocked around. It looks a little bit infected. But with proper healing, you think you could cure the wound, heal the wound?
Would it be cure wounds to heal it, or just regular healing with like medicine check?
It'd be like a spell, a healing spell. Unless you have something like a healer's kit.
I don't think I do.
Those pants give him Morak advantage.
Bloom will heal the captain with a spell before taking a long rest.
Okay.
For that perception check too.
Everyone else smile.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Shit. The cure wounds. That's cool.
Bio Chief with the biddies giving advantage. I'm glad to see Bio Chief back. He's been working too much. Bloom, when you cast the cure wounds on Captain Farzine, you can see your heal, which usually has this. I don't know if you want to describe it, like how your heal would look if it's different from a druid, where it'd be green. If you think it would be
It's definitely
the same
green.
color.
Like a tealish green though, this time.
So this heal leaves your hands, you would see this, and anyone that is proficient in Arcana would also see this.
I got you, Bio.
I think that's Zeal, Rook, Riven, everyone but Morak. Yep. So the three of you watch this heal go off and give me some Arcana rolls.
Do I need to do it too?
Yeah.
Damn, this group knows magic.
Somewhat.
So everyone sees that the green teal color emerge from Bloom's hands, go towards Captain Farzine's leg, and then turn a dark purple. You see the wound close a bit, but as it closes, it almost looks like it's painful to watch, and she grimaces in pain as it starts to close. Rook with a 19, you can tell that there's some sort of something that prevented the heal. Maybe or maybe not Captain Farzine herself, but something going from Bloom's hand to Farzine's leg, which changed the type of heal from some sort of like radiant healing magic to more of a necrotic burn.
Was that supposed to happen like that?
Normally it does not.
Captain? Any insight?
She looks at the leg and she looks at all of you. Looks like it did its job. Thanks for the help.
Typically it does not hurt like that.
Can I insight that? It seems shady.
Sure.
Like, oh. Well, good enough for me.
She seems to be telling the truth.
Alright, I'll go with it.
As you all start to lay down for your rest for the night. Bloom, as you're currently the only one awake right now, and with your passive perception, you can see little Nuck, the little cat, positioned right here. Stand up, slowly start to sink off, moving north. As it slinks away from the camp, it moves deeper and deeper towards the away from the waters to the haunted lands. As this cat slinks away, immediately as the cat starts to walk, first mate, Chef, and Mazetta start to toss and turn in their sleep, gently thrashing about. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
I'm gonna walk over to first mate Aiden and try to wake him up.
As you walk over and you touch them to start to shake them, all three of them start to shake even harder, as if they're having a seizure, just rolling around. You see sweat pouring off of them as if they're in a deep fever dream.
Could I assume that it's like they're in the same place that we were at? Like the brain that we saw?
Maybe.
I'm gonna grab some water and throw it on them. On first mate Aiden.
Sure. As soon as you walk towards the water and you get to about right here, the fire goes out. And as the fire goes out,
Never mind.
there's not even like a single ember to remind you of its warmth or any kind of light. It just immediately just poof. And now with no image and no sound to distract your mind, every sound around you is amplified to the max. You hear a snap of a dry twig. You turn and look. You see nothing. And then you look up, Bloom, and you realize the moon and the stars overhead have disappeared. As you do that, Morak, Riven, Rook, and Zeal, you all wake up, see there's no campfire, and you look up and you see that the moon and the stars overhead are gone.
What the hell happened?
I am trying to figure out the same thing.
What did you do with the moon?
Probably
I'm not that
prayed too hard
powerful
at
yet.
it. It's hiding.
Yeah.
We're seeing these other people in their fits.
Yeah, they're still rolling around, shaking like they're having a nightmare. Everyone
I know,
except
my-
for Captain Farzin is shaking and rolling around.
My Stu did not do this.
She's just sleeping normal.
Yeah.
I'll kind of run over and try and like wake them up, shake them. I
I-
guess.
I've already attempted.
No
Can the captain be
luck.
woken?
No luck.
How aggressive are
I
you
tried
shaking them?
getting water.
Try to wake the cabin.
Pretty aggressively. Like,
I
Bloom?
did see.
If you want to get water, you could now too.
I will. I'll say I did see the cat walk off into the haunted lands.
oh,
It was too.
Well,
It was too nimble. I could not
that's-
catch it.
that's concerning. I don't think that fella's gonna last long.
What's weird is that when the cat left, everybody else started having weird compulsions, I guess, and something like that. I'll get
He'll
the water
kinda
and
snap his fingers and produce like a ball of fire in his hand.
splash water on first mate Aiden.
Just to kind of give us some light, because I don't have dark vision.
You snap your fingers.
I think I did.
Lights up the area around you just a bit. You can see the shadows like past your light. It almost looks like you can see the air moving itself, almost like waves of air moving around you. As you shake and throw water on first mate Aiden, they just continue to be in this nightmare stupor. Then you see where the moon and the stars are gone. You can see that as you gaze up in horror, the clouds part. And as the clouds part, it looks like the sky itself is being torn, like ripped apart. And horrors you can barely comprehend, let alone describe, come boiling out of this impossible void, all descending towards you. Tentacles writhing and bulbous eyes gleaming in your direction as they reach down from the sky. Everyone make wisdom save.
Alrighty,
Okay.
right into it today.
They seem friendly.
I do not think they are friendly.
What the hell is wrong with this place?
A lot, my friend.
Yeah, as I can see.
So all of you wake up from the nightmare as you all sit up where you were sleeping, like where you had your nice naps. Everyone where they were sleeping, wake up there. And then Bloom, you wake up lying in between Rook and Zeal as if you had, were walking to get the water. As you wake from your nightmare, you see First Mate Aiden is hunched over Captain Farzine and is wrestling through the captain's pack in a frenzy. His spine looks like it's being forced up and is ripping its way out of his clothes.
Does anybody else see that?
His skin
Yeah.
is a gangly gray, and his eyes, as he turns and looks at you, are dark pitted with his gaze. His breaths are dry and labored, but they rattle inside of his chest, inside of his lungs. His limbs are now unnaturally long, extending far from under his ripped cloak, and you see these very long broken claws. He smells of earth and rot, of withering flesh, of old blood. And as his hollow eyes find the sickly light that glow out from behind the sockets, he looks at you and screeches. You're going to roll initiative.
Oh.
Again, my food did not do this.
14. No.
I don't know if I want to eat any more of your stew.
I don't trust it.
fine.
As you all pull your weapons and prepare to fight, Mozetta, the guy right here, immediately wakes up, sits up, and screams out loud. And he lets off this loud, blood-curdling. And as he
I
does,
didn't do it.
from the sides of his heads, bat-like wings explode out of his ears, just blow out the side of his face. And as he shrieks, the wings begin to flap, and it pulls his head and elongates his neck and begins to sever his neck from his shoulders. It looks like this.
Excuse me, what?
What happened to the
What?
jokes that were...
I'd like to speak to a manager.
So as he screams, as the wings flap, ripping his head from his body falls to the ground convulsing next to the fire. And the now severed head of Mozetta flies around the embers and bares his fangs at you, preparing to fight alongside the aberrant acolyte. Oh no!
Oh boy.
What?
He calculated this. Wants a TPK already.
I would say that makes sense considering the situation.
Mm-hmm.
The aberrant acolyte's going to walk over here next to Riven,
No.
and it's going to come at you with a tentacle that pops out from under its cloak.
I'd like to say no. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's definitely hitting him. But do I have a reaction or some shit? I'd like to use my reaction to Hellish Rebuke him.
Sure. Turn up the combat music.
Oh, hold up. Let me. Alright, cool. Let's do.
Hellish Rebuke. Good damage. Ooh. Big save. Oh. Big damage. So the tentacle wraps around your arm, and it starts to go up your shoulder, and as it does, you grab the tentacle and you burn it, and it releases it, and he screeches out in pain as he does. Was that his head? Gonna fly right into the middle of everyone. And it's going to use its stunning shriek attack.
What?
Everyone needs to make a wisdom save.
Damn.
I am frightened.
Oops.
I'd prefer not to be frightened.
Alright. Zeal's frightened. While you're frightened this way, you're also stunned. Until the end of its next turn, so you're just stunned for this round.
That's all good.
Rook.
I mean, go for the fucking acolyte. I managed to hit something.
Let's go.
One hits for 5. Good slash. Goes to Morak.
I will also attack the acolyte.
Oh, that's good too. And that's sneak. Extra 14 damage. Oh yeah, that's sick animation. Acolyte took some pretty good damage. Riven's up.
Alright, well, I'm gonna look at this acolyte, and my face is gonna change. I'm gonna enter my form of dread. Yeah.
8 temporary.
Yeah. So 8. I'm just. Ooh, how do I add temporary hit points again? It's been a while. Oh, wait, I remember now. Okay, I found it. Alright. So I'm pretty much gonna look at him as my face just going to melt away to that of a rotting husk.
Nice.
And that was my bonus action. So action, I'm going to try and coagulation lash him.
That's a good hit.
Alright. I'd like to force him to make a wisdom save if he's see if he can become frightened.
Wisdom save. He's also bloody from that lash. He's frightened.
Perfect. Oh wait, and I regain half of that because I'm a mummy. And that is my turn.
Goes to Zeal. Zeal's frightened and stunned.
Yeah.
Goes to Blue.
Fuck. Alright. I'm trying to think, what would I do? I guess I'm going to not cure wounds. Frostbite the head here. 1 damage.
Oh no. Oh
No.
It's so ugly that it just bites off your frostbite. It enjoys
That's
the
my
cold.
action. I think I can do this as a bonus action. I can't tell how much health Rook has. Like on his token, it doesn't show.
Oh, if you hover over him, does it show?
No, it doesn't show.
Alright.
I don't think he's been hit yet, but I'm gonna do Balm of the Summer Court on Riven. So I believe you heal for 6.
Ah, that would be nice if I weren't a mummy.
He gets half from all heals. He's a mummy.
Yep. It's still healing is healing.
That's good.
Gotcha. Alright, that's my turn.
Can you see Rook's health now? I don't want to. If I take you off, I don't want to like lose you on initiative. I think I fixed it. So this guy is scared. He's going to take the tax at disadvantage.
Okay.
He's going to make 1 lash at Bloom. He's going to make 1 lash at the chef.
That one at me.
Yep. So make a intel save throw.
Okay.
That is cool.
I'm going to use my advantage.
Okay.
That man is very good at using intelligence saves, apparently.
So the chef, as he's still rolling around in his nightmare, his eyes and his mouth and his nose begins to bleed blood, and he is dead.
Oh. Well, that's an interesting development.
You end up making meatloaf.
So Zeal is no longer stuck. The head's going to come up here and it's going to make a bite at Morak.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Yikes.
That's 5 piercing and 13 poison to Morak. I think that knocks him unconscious.
Yep.
By 1 HP. Rook's up. Rook, you see the head latch on to Morak and start to bite at him as Morak falls into the dirt. The creature still sits on his back and is like biting at the back of his neck. All while screaming.
Well, let's take a swing at the thing that just bit Morak. Oof.
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 You got advantage if you
Yeah.
want it.
I'll use it on that.
Gods have decided that you have hit with 18 for 9 bludgeoning damage.
Yes. There's been 4 rolls and 3 of them have been ones. What the hell?
You get a good thwomp on the back of the head, and it rolls off of Morak. Morak, death save. Morak coughs up blood. Riven.
Okay, alright. Let me remind myself the range what this is. Alright, what's this other mummy thing? Oh, okay. So as my action, I'm going to, because this is a range of 10, I'm going to, yeah, and I'm just going to coagulation lash this guy again.
Got it. 20 hits.
Yes, I will take that one.
Oh, health's good health.
Then bonus action, like to use Blade Ward as a bonus action.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
You got it. Goes to Zeal.
Zeal kind of slap his cheeks to get out of the frightened state, and then he'll run up and do a bone cutlass, and then use his secondary weapon as well.
Ooh. You wake up, you're so pissed off about being stunned by this ugly fucker that you just rush up and you cut him in two. You cut off his wing, then slice through the head, and he is dead.
Then I'll move past boy Rook. I'll do an action surge, and I'll just throw another cutlass at this guy.
14 hits. 7 slash. He's looking real rough. The aberrant's starting to bleed this like blackish, very thick congealed blood.
Right, and that'll be my turn.
Just to Bloom.
I'll just frostbite it from here. Die. Oh my god!
Jeez.
That's crazy. Wow. Well, I'm going to come over here. Trying to surround it.
The aberrant's going to target Zeal and Bloom. And do another psychic lash. Oops. Both you make it saves.
Alrighty. Throw that out there.
Wow.
Success!
Yeah.
And success. No damage.
Sweet.
Just to Rook.
Take a swing at it.
Come with your Warhammer. Hitting this Acolyte. 9 damage is just enough to kill it. How would you like to do it?
Pop in his head.
So as the head pops like a pimple. The chef is dead. First mate has now been killed. Morak is unconscious and the captain is still asleep.
Can I loot the chef's body for seasonings?
As you rummage through the chef's body, he doesn't have any sort of like food or seasoning, but you do find 32 copper.
I'll take that.
That was quite unexpected.
I'll run up to Morak and
Can you? Is there any chance you can help with Morak?
Yeah. Gonna walk over and cure wounds.
Morak heals for 6.
Back up.
Morak, as the cure wounds hits your body, you can see it. It does the same thing that it did to Captain Farzine, where it leaves green, and then as soon as it hits Morak, it turns purple. And you can see where he was cut. It like suitures the wound. It burns it as he wakes up.
Question: you said the captain's still asleep, right?
Yep.
I would like to hold my finger under her nose to see if that will wake her up, as I smell pretty ripe right now.
You put your finger under her nose. You can feel the soft breathing coming out of her nose. She remains in this like weird sleepy state.
Guys, she's awake and she's doing this thing with her nose. It's hot air. What is it?
I believe that is known as breathing.
I don't do that.
But didn't you before?
I see.
I don't remember.
Are you not the same? Oh. I see.
Breathing is what plants do, right?
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
there's a cat now. What is this cat doing?
Can I
Cool.
do an Arcana check on the cat?
Sure. Yeah, the cat comes walking back out from under from the north and just walks up to Farzine. As the cat walks up to Farzine, she slowly opens her eyes. Oh,
Well, this place sucks. Even more than I thought.
Wait, Bruce said I can do an Arcana check?
Yeah.
On the cat. Okay. I needs to know.
with a 13, the cat is like is magical. You get the feeling that it is a familiar.
I'm gonna squint my eyes at the familiar, and I'm gonna hold my fingers up to him and then point them at that, signaling I'm watching it.
Well, I guess we're down to us 6 now.
What happened? Why is everyone? What did you do?
In my defense, it was not my cooking.
Look at
Your
the
first
body.
mate over there turned into a weird thing, and your other guy turned into another weird thing. And I'll point at the head. Has wings.
Are you sure your cooking did not do this, mummy?
I'm gonna hold up my hands defensively. Even has my form of dread worn off by now, or am I still looking even worse than before?
Ordred left for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably worn up by now.
Okay, good. I do not want her to see that. But anyway, I'm gonna hold up my hands and say, my cooking did not do this. I promise you. If anything, it was the copper that the chef put in the stew. I'm gonna hold up the copper pieces and say, these might be cursed.
Squints
see.
her eyes.
I want to ask the captain how long she's had this cat.
Oh, little Nuck. He's my familiar. We've been accompanying me for many years.
He looked at me funny.
Never left my side
Wow.
since I summoned it.
Why did he wander off then?
Oh, what do you mean? Where'd you go, Nuck?
He went off to the north, according to Bloom, and then, well, that makes sense, I guess. He probably could sense that something was off with these crewmates here.
Everyone make a wisdom save except for Bloom.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Alright, my dice are loaded to fail, apparently.
I am not looking too hot.
All 4 of you don't believe Bloom's story. You don't think the cat left.
Oh, okay.
The
I
Haunted Lands
mean-
has twisted the truth.
I see.
I would turn to Bloom and say, "Hey, Bloom, do you have any, do you know exactly where the cat went, or did you just see something where maybe you were half asleep? Do you have some way that you recorded it? I don't know."
I mean, the familiar is
I
probably
don't
just scared.
sleep.
He probably knew something was wrong with the crewmates and wanted to hide.
But it went into the
Mhm.
forest.
I mean,
need
it
to
came
see
back though. It's most likely just wandering about because it felt something was off with these two.
Familiars don't wander; they just go poof, and then poof poof again to return.
Well,
I don't
regardless,
trust this familiar.
we probably should continue resting until morning and begin moving south or north.
What should we do with the body?
As you get close to the body, the cat goes.
I look at the familiar.
It nibbles the
And I
chef.
I smile.
Oh, the cat nibbles on the chef?
Yeah, the cat's eating the dead body. A couple little chunks.
Pick
Oh,
up the head of this guy and kick it out into the water.
Make athletic check. See how good you did.
Oh boy, that is not something I'm too good at.
Not very good.
As you kick it, the body crumples around your foot. It doesn't move, and your foot just gets covered in the middle of its head. It's like you kick into the head.
I'll just wash it off from the stream and then move it out into the water. And
so
walk back to the group.
So, should we do shifts of 2 then?
wait, what happened to the other body?
It's still
There's one right there.
being weird.
I'll take care of this. I'll walk it into the ocean and weigh it down with some rocks. I'd like to attempt that if
Yeah.
that's permissible.
It's easy to do.
Well, while I'm underwater, I'd like to attempt to remove the heart.
Make a medicine or a survival check. Your choice. See how clean it is.
Hey, they're both the same. Let's go medicine. Medical school. I went to that, right? Apparently, I paid attention.
Very surgically, you cut out the heart and pull it out of the dead first mate.
I'd like to put it where my stomach would be,
Okay. You
and
store
then
the
return to everyone.
you store the dead first mate heart inside your stomach. As you see Riven walking up out of the ocean, a little cat nibbling on the dead chef. Captain Farzine just sitting there with her head in her hands. It's probably about 1 o'clock in the morning now.
Captain, I have a good question real quick.
Yes.
Our little friend here was digging through your bag. Is there anything they would want from it? A creature like itself. I'm not quite sure what it was, but it was looking for something here. I'll kind of point my scimitar at her bag.
He was probably looking for these. She pulls out a green soapstone gem she had in her bag.
Ah, yes, that would make sense. They seem quite devious. I'll kind of step back from them.
What can you tell me about it? And I'm gonna reach out for it.
She pulls it back, and as she does, you get a good look at this one. It looks similar to the same that all you have picked up and you have in your bags right now, except this one is different in the sense that it has these gray and purple veins, or maybe nerve endings that run all the way around the gem.
You had
So
me at
is the
different.
fire going and the stars and all that stuff are back?
Yep, fire's going, stars are back, moon's back.
You mind explaining what these little things are, or why we were delivering them? And I'll kind of pull out the 2 I have on a cloth, trying not to touch it physically.
I think the gem is mutating in some way.
Have my 2 changed at all, or are they still the same?
They still look the same.
Very interesting. The Haunted Lands are an interesting place. You never know what they could be influenced by here.
She's just straight up handling hers.
Yep, just holding it. No cloth, no glove.
I'll kind of shove mine back into my little bag. Anyhow,
Ours is feeding off of her.
never know. We'll figure out soon enough. I think we should try and get some rest before morning, though. We'll try and move as much during the day as we can.
I think I will stay up the rest of the night. Nuck. And the cat jumps on her shoulder. She goes not too far from camp, but just kind of stands alone, looking out into the dark. She seems troubled.
Take this moment to move the chef's body a little bit outside of camp.
Boom is going to go into an active state.
Riven would like to wander off a little bit.
How far do you want to go?
Try to find a tree that's out of the line of sight for the camp.
It's easy enough to do. You watch Riven walk off towards the north and sit behind a tree.
Well, I can stay up for this watch since the other two are off standing being weird, so.
Yeah, I'll sleep for a little bit and I'll wake up for the final watch.
Give me a perception, Rook, and then give me one zeal.
Okay. Throw that out there.
Ooh. Yeah.
So while everyone sleeps, Rook, you keep a good watch on the camp. It's pretty uneventful for you, except you can hear Captain Farzine whisper to her cat really quietly. It's hard to pick up what she's saying, but she just gets real close to the cat, whispers in its ear. Then she holds the cat to her ear.
Familiars are fucking weird.
And as you swap, Rook, you wake up Zeal. Zeal takes his watch with a 16. Also, the rest of the night here until the sun starts to rise in the Haunted Lands, which is strange because the Haunted Lands have a very like thick, opaque cover, like a fog cover to the north, like high above the ground. So as the sun rises and the clouds connect to it, it gives off this weird, almost like a purple and bluish sheen, kind of rains down on the sunrise. But you all wake up. Captain still has kept her position the entire night and just kind of looks out, looking very solemn and downtrodden. So you have survived your second night in the Haunted Lands. What would you all like to do?
Well, I'll spend the first part of the morning kind of plotting a map both north and south of possible good routes while everyone's waking up and during his watch, I guess.
Easy to do. Everyone give yourself a long rest, get your spells and your health back.
You get hurt.
You guys wake up, you see Zeal is doing some cartography. The captain also walks over and sits down.
Once everyone's awake, I'll kind of announce that I have two plans for us to follow.
2 plans. 1 decision.
Indeed, we have 2 good options, unless you guys want to take a suicidal trip into the center of the Haunted Lands, which, you know, I don't think we should be doing right now. I'll kind of hold out the map towards everyone, show them. You can either go north. It's a very long walk to civilization, but it's safe, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. Or we can go to the south. It's a lot faster, and we might end up in the old Abraxas. And we could find a ship there, or maybe supplies to make a trip to the north easier. What do you all think?
I mean, I think if we head south and find a ship, or get lucky and find a ship there, that'd be nice. Not sure how bad it is up north.
Didn't we know rumors of that one city south of here?
Yes, Abraxas.
That storm wasn't natural, so I don't know if going by ship would be the better choice here. But
At the very least, we could gather supplies, make a trip to the north much more easy. It's a long walk. And there's no telling if there's any life to eat or even water to drink. Well, for those that have to eat, at least.
I guess we can get supplies for your bodies.
So, the south then, I presume?
I agree.
I'll look over at Farzine. What do you think?
I think we should stick together. So if you all are going south, then I will accompany you.
Then it's decided then. We should pack up and begin moving as soon as possible. We'll only want to move during the day.
So for movement, would we going for fast pace since travel time and shit?
Yeah, so you can go fast paced. You can move 2 squares a day, but it opens you up to the threat of much more random encounters. Normal pace still has a chance for random encounters, but not as bad. And then a slow pace is 2 days for 1 square, and you will have no encounters. Each square is one day, 25 miles. Depending on what speed you'd like to trek at.
What do you guys want to try? I'm down to go normal pace.
Down to go normal as well.
We go one down here. Who wants to roll against me?
Ooh, I have good dice luck.
Roll D10.
I have good dice luck.
Go for it.
Yeah. Let's go.
Your first day is uneventful as you keep to the beach or the coastal shore. Able to make camp, able to find food. The captain tries to stick to the middle of the group as you guys walk around. Her cat ever perched on her shoulder.
Is it like looking at us consistently?
The cat definitely keeps a watchful eye on everybody.
I'm just gonna wave at it.
So another long rest in the books. This will put you, let me update the calendar here. This will make it the 12th of Narwan. How lucky are you feeling?
Shall I do it again, or someone else want to do it?
Oh no, you keep doing it until you get fired.
Yeah.
Cool, I'll do that.
Yeah, go for it.
One more there.
Let's go.
Okay. You have found. Boom. So in your journeys, the path ahead, it grows and begins to change from the easily traveled sandy beaches, and it turns into more of a cracked dirt ground as it slopes. You can see rocks covered in grass that are struggling to grow. You hear something, which gives you pause, and it might excite you. You hear the clamor of commands. You hear the clatter of craftsmanship. You hear the sound of whetstone against steel reaches your ears before you notice there's a camp here. Situated high atop a mesa, a landform of rocky terrain, reaching up above this forsaken land is a camp. The only way to reach this camp seems to be by a lift on the mesa's edge. which lowers by a crane all the way down. You can see 4 guards are standing at the top of the mesa working the crane, the lift. And they're looking out, they notice you, and they point in your direction. As they point, you can see along the mesa clusters of banners. These banners are emblazoned with the easily recognizable sigil of the Royal College of Krov. This is some sort of expedition camp.
Am I lucky or what?
This is... I've heard of the Royal College beginning to, like, poke their head in here. I didn't think they had camps this large.
Who are
This
these?
is fantastic.
Who are these college royals you speak of?
The Royal College, it's a place in Krov. A large school. Probably one of the greatest in the world.
Does a great pharaoh rule them?
Something like that. They do have a powerful man running the college.
I could use subjects though.
So you're
I
way
could
down
use
there.
information. Oh my god.
Shout out. The reason this camp is here is because you guys went to the Royal College in Dying Embers when you left.
Yeah, that's why I said I
that
remember this.
Yep. I'll kind of pull out like a symbol of Krov because that's where I came from. One of the colleges in Krov, I guess, the one I graduated from. And I'll kind of like hold it up and so the guards can see it.
I don't think they're going to be able to see it all the way down here.
True, it's worth a try.
They shout down, "Oi! Where do you hail?"
From Krov.
Riven's gonna yell out, "The ocean!"
That
Lower
too.
the platform! Lower the platform! The platform, and you can hear the gears grind as the platform slowly lowers and stops in front of it. Letting you all stand on it.
They seem nice.
Go on.
All aboard.
I wonder if they have any spices. I still reek.
As the platform brings you all up to safety on this mesa, you begin to see the encampment here. And you can see there's a cluster of tents. You see smoke spirals from cooking fires and forges. And you can smell an open-air kitchen preparing porridge. You are struck by how clean this is. This camp looks very clean. There's a newness to everything. This camp has obviously not been here for very long. And the guards before you and the other guards that you see around this encampment, they look bored, look very disinterested. You also notice that there are these arcane sigils that glow a very faint blue that wrap around the outside of the camp here, forming some sort of invisible wall, like an invisible barrier. But you can see the guards pass through it pretty easily as the 4 guards walk up to greet you as you enter their camp.
Well, it's good to see some friendly faces in this place.
Did the expedition send you?
Afraid not. Our ship was taken by a storm. We've crash landed here. But I understand we're in the haunted lands, yes?
You are lucky to find us. There is nothing for miles.
I
Yeah.
know my way around some sand.
You have makeup on?
No, that's why I'm like, I got no. My makeup is washed away from the water. I have no waterproof makeup, and I have no spices, so I don't look too good nor too hot. But I do smile as I say all that.
You 4, Zeal, Morak, Rook, and Bloom, the 4 guards pointing at you, are welcome here, but you, they point at Riven, and they point at Captain Ferzine. You must wear manacles until the magistrate deems it.
No.
They pull out their spears and they point them at you. Are you some void beast? Have you tricked these other fine adventurers?
I'm just their guide and cook. I caught them on the ocean bed, you know, the beach thingy bobber. I've been in the sand for a bit, so kind of have a few grains in my head, and I kind of like knock on my head and some sand comes out my ear. But anyway, yeah, so I thought, hey, let me help these fine folks find their way to civilization, and yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
Here. Oh god, no, can I do deception instead?
Can I help them? Like,
Can I do deception instead?
Yeah, and you can help too, Zeal, if you want to vouch for him.
yeah.
Oh, yes, let me
Trust
get
me,
deception.
this specimen is very interesting.
Come on, baby.
I'm sure others in the Royal College would find it interesting.
The pirate
I'm
has
just
to
being
wear the
neighbor.
manacles. Unless you vouch for her as well.
I just kind of look over at Captain Farzy.
Wait.
Do you mind?
She walks over and puts her hands out, and they put the clamps on her.
She
Where's
just
the
gives
cat?
herself up.
The cat is gone.
Did we notice when the cat left?
When you're coming up the lift, she made it disappear. She made the familiar disappear.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Captain Farzine. As long as that cat does not come out, you're fine in my book.
You said there's like a magical field around this?
Yep. So there's like some sort of protective force field around this entire camp.
Do we feel different now that we're in here? Clearer thought or anything, you know, not being manipulated by the lands around?
You do feel less anxious. You don't feel the that like deep pit fear that you were feeling as you're walking through here. But yeah, there's whatever was like clinging to your back in this area is. You find some reprieve here.
So, what is this place called?
Well, we haven't named it yet. We just built everything and got it situated. Made sure we had our defenses in place before we began to explore.
I see. Has this been here for more than a night now?
Almost a week.
Have you seen any of the stuff that happens at night? Or are we still too far?
Oh, we've been very bored. Nothing seems to happen. We were wondering if the Haunted Lands was fake. False.
I see. I'm sure as we go deeper in, it'll be more interesting.
I mean,
Kinda.
From what we've seen.
I'd turn into a bat. That was interesting. Horrifying, but interesting.
That is true. And unfortunate.
Yeah, why
Alright.
don't we see anything like that? And they shrug. Oh. Take the one in the
Maybe
manacles. The magistrate. You have to wait there. But you are welcome here, friends of Krov.
Understandable. I guess
Hey.
I'll kind of start poking my head through the camp slowly, so everyone can kind of stay together.
Follow the group, and I'm gonna say, I wonder if they have any spices.
Does the captain's leg still look nasty?
That looks pretty good after that heal, even though it burned her.
Okay.
She's doing much better with her walks. Did you guys make it through the camp here?
Imagine they have pretty good cooks here.
Oh wait, Bruce said there's an open kitchen, right?
There is. I'm gonna throw
Is
her
it
up here.
visible? Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me
Right
zoom out.
here, or they're cooking a piggy.
Oh, onwards I go to the piggy.
All right. So as you get deeper in here now, you see one large tent, which stands out from amongst the rest. You see an Onkelan mage draped in smeared robes that glimmer like a star constellation from their shoulders. In one arm, he holds a gnarled staff with a rough topaz stuck to the top. And this is him. A golden amulet marking the Royal College House Tritonus with the famous motto, "Find a way," hangs from his neck. You can see him speaking, and as he speaks, you can see the amulet glistens a purple. He speaks to the guards, making defensive preparations. He's leading the expedition. He looks like the leader of this area. And as you all approach, he waves you forward as he continues to talk. As he's talking, though, flanking him is another one who has a very authoritative look about him. This Draconic has blue scales, which is the first thing you notice next to his imposing height and heft. You see scrapes and scuffs on his warhammer and his chainmail, yet his eyes are a reptilian slitted red, though they seem incapable of embracing malice. An observation reinforced by the lantern that hangs from his belt loop and the mark of Resmir on his shield. He is a lantern priest, or more specifically, he is a brother of the road. Now this Draconic is holding a strange relic, not by his hand, but he's holding this relic using a cloth to grip the stone. The stone is the exact same green soapstone gems that you've found in the cargo hold. The same gems that you carry on your persons, but his gem looks similar to the captain's in that it has the gray and purple veins which are strung across it. And as you all walk up, the magistrate shoos away the guards. They start to go about their day. And they both turn to face you.
Just seeing the rock, I just say, oh, what the hell is up with rocks in this place?
The Draconic says, yes. Strange, is it not? A few days ago, it was a boring gym, and now it has grown these nerve endings.
Like a few days, you say?
It is quite
Looking at the
peculiar.
captain.
Luma's gonna grab out all three of his ship. You mean these?
They both jump back. Drop those to the ground.
He'll drop.
Why? What do they do?
Don't touch them. We're not sure what they do as yet, but anyone that comes into contact with them has strange connections to something we do not understand.
I felt them fine. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything. My head's full of sand.
Maybe
However,
those that do not breathe have no effect?
What is this breathing thing everyone keeps talking about?
it's what those humanoids do. Up on everybody.
Raven's just gonna
Oxygen
scratch his
goes
head.
into the oxygen in the air goes into the lungs and comes back out carbon dioxide.
Should we have these gems destroyed then?
The magistrate speaks. Oh, no, let us collect them. By cloth, of course, and we will put them in the tent. We will study them. Study this place. I am Magistrate Alcazar. Pleased to make your acquaintance. He bows. A deep bow. This is Voldrithel, a lantern priest and brother of the road.
I see. I'm Zil, Lord Corey. I come from the Crestward.
It's a pleasure to have another from Krav here.
It's truly a remarkable feat to see another human in this land.
That you have strange company, my friend.
Here, I'll take any company I can get without dying.
It is a noble answer. We were sent here by the Arch-Chancellor Ambrosius after a prominent member of and allies of the Royal College claimed there is a vacuous threat growing here. We're here to gather knowledge and report back to the Arch-Chancellor, nothing more. My good friend Voldrithel here accompanied me on this journey to provide his expertise on the area.
That sounds quite exciting.
Wait, how do you get expertise on the haunted lands unless you've been here before?
Well, I've had my run-in with vacuous in the past. You see, a few years prior, I was forced to burn a temple and purge the essence of Ma, the parasite of prayer, and the Tenardian grasslands.
Do I know anything about vacuous ones? Or is this the first time we hear about it?
Your character?
Yes.
You might have heard of the Haunted Lands, but you might not know how deep the void threat goes.
All right.
So I look at your backstory stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be too bad, right? I mean, I've never heard of vacuous before this. Then again, this place is a hellhole, so...
Well, when I had to purge the temple from Ma the Parasite of Prayers, it was burned to the ground. Nothing remained. That includes the unfortunate lives of the great lantern priests, Erwin and Erin Marbas, who had sought Ma's answer and became null.
That is a wild theory. So the Royal College thinks a vacuous one is responsible for the Haunted Lands?
It's what we've heard, and we've come to investigate and to make sure that those that told the Arch-Chancellor of this threat were telling the truth. We have not seen anything as of yet except for these weird stones which washed up ashore outside the camp.
Ah, I see. How long ago did that happen?
A few days. 2, 3 maybe?
I don't look at the others.
Yep.
Well,
That sounds about right.
Cargo.
The ship we were on was holding cargo. It had many of these gems. That's why we also have some in our possession. We're not quite sure what they're used for. I believe ritual is our best guess.
if I remember right, they're usually crushed up and used in rituals involving sacrifice.
If you would like, Voldrenthal here will collect what you have, your crystals. We will put them in a safe storage. We will do what we can to learn more about this threat.
I'll take out one of them. I'll keep one of them in my pocket, though.
Okay.
There you go.
Bloom will pick back up the 3 and put them down on the floor next to Voldrenthal.
The Magistrate and Voldrenthal, they both like shudder as you touch them. And they wrap them with cloth. So they have 4 now. You give them 4.
So I will delete those from my inventory.
He waves over a guard. The guard collects them. The guard takes them to this tent. Now the one in the shackles. We know Captain Farzine, pirate extraordinaire. He cannot be trusted here in this war camp. Don't worry, she will be fed and taken care of until we can depart, so please put her in the tent as well. And they take her to this tent too. And she walks
I'm
aside.
also gonna.
What?
Go ahead.
As she walks aside, she looks back at the 5 of you. And she smiles. Be safe. And she disappears.
Be wary of her familiar. That's what I'll say.
I'm pretty sure she has one of those stones in her bag as well. Just
And
that
it
she
has
does.
veins.
The magistrate looks at the 2 guards. Sees her stone.
She's also looked a little bit interesting, too.
Yeah, hers looks similar to Voldrenthal.
That's what's confusing me. If it takes a few days for one of the stones to get the veins, how come she already has one with them?
The magistrate looks at Voldrenthal. She has one like this.
Yes.
Yes. About the same level of mutation, I guess.
Our theory is the closer we get to the Haunted Lands, the longer it is. Cure itself causes these transformations, which means it must have been exposed in some way before you or others.
Well, I mean, the 3 that were with her, one of them one of their heads turned into a bat and another one, I guess, got longer? Bonier? And then attacked us?
We know there are many different vacuous ones that can have different effects, but I don't know which one would cause something like that. But that does bring the question, should we just kill her now? Is she dangerous?
I don't think entirely dangerous.
I think she just needs a bit of time to collect her thoughts.
I do not trust the cat.
What is up with you and that cat?
Things started going wrong when it left.
You might be overthinking things, my friend.
Well, I'm pretty sure the cat never left the camp.
Well, it makes everyone feel better.
You weren't awake.
If it makes everyone feel better, I could always stay with the captain and make sure that she doesn't do anything.
You are okay with that?
Oh yeah, I don't need to sleep much.
I mean, I don't either.
They're all really so worried, that'd probably be the best approach.
Yeah.
You look here and you can see Nuck sitting on the barrel staring at you.
I'm gonna just wave
Do
at
I
Nuck.
see that, or does everybody else see that too?
He's not stealthing, so he
I don't care about it.
disappears.
Oh, before it disappears, can I wave and say hi, Nuck?
Meow.
Meow to you too.
Okay, something might be wrong with that cat.
That cat is listening to our conversation, at least.
The
Well,
cat is
I mean,
not to be
It is
trusted.
a familiar, isn't it?
Yeah, it's basically an extension of the mage, right?
Well, you see,
Then we
this
cannot
just
trust
got
the mage.
easier. Less we have to explain to the captain.
Well, do what you must. I imagine. How often does this camp get supplies from the mainland?
Oh, it could take a week, maybe two. Yeah, I should have another shipment coming here in a couple days. If you want to leave this place, we could put you aboard and could return to Krov in this way. Or you're a member of Krov yourself, you're welcome to assist here while you can. We are short-staffed.
I must ask, has there been any treks to Abraxas yet?
Not yet. That is our first destination. Now that we've set up a defensive position here, we can start to explore this land.
Well, I wouldn't mind leading a trek to Abraxas if that would be okay.
Of course. The four of you two, would you travel here with your companion? We could pay you coin. You have the coffers of Krov at your disposal.
If you could grant us some horses, it would make it fast, and we could most likely make it there before the next shipment returns.
We have no horses as of yet, but now that we have a beachhead, we can send for horses. Quicker travel.
I mean, I'll kind of look at the others like, this location is kind of perfect for me. I planned coming here for an expedition after this. I might actually end up staying here.
I mean, I wasn't entirely against staying either. I just felt like we didn't need people that didn't want to be here.
Magistrate
I guess I can stay.
guard comes behind the magistrate and whispers in the guard's ear. The guard turns abruptly to the magistrate turns abruptly to the guard. You can see this anger flash over his face, and he shoos the guard away. As the guard backs up, the magistrate approaches all of you, turns. Do you care to explain how your mate has escaped from their bindings?
What do you mean?
Not exactly our mate, but
Sounds like the captain's gotten away.
I see.
I told you to be careful of the cat.
Come, let us
Very well.
see.
Didn't do anything. My brain's full of sand.
Yeah.
You walk over to the tent. As you peek inside, they lead you, and you see this tent is very basic. It looks like a looks like more like a chow room. Looks like a place where everyone goes at the end of the day to kind of hang out. It's not like the magistrate's residence. It's more like a chow hall, like a makeshift inn. As you look inside, you can see there is a pole here with manacles hanging down from the pole, and under it looks like something has dug up the floor. You can see an area of unturned earth about 5 feet wide. The ground there is really soft, and you can see there's blood splattered around where the pole is.
I need to get me one of those.
Were the manacles unlocked?
Manacles are unlocked, yeah.
Well, I mean, she was a pirate, so she probably knows how to get through locks.
Yes, we could search around for her if that would make you feel better. And trust me, she's not exactly a friend.
I do not trust Mage that has cat.
I agree. Your argument has more merit now.
You're really fixated on that cat. Why?
Walked away. Everything happened.
I mean, this time it did walk away, and now she's gone. So, a little bit more merit to your story.
Why don't we catch the cat and put it in a jar so it can't escape?
I mean,
It's-
we saw it disappear on top of that barrel, right?
We must
It's
burn her
familiar.
body to a crisp. It's the only way to purge a vacuous infection, says the brother of the road, Aldrithil.
There was a cut on her leg. I did heal it, and I burned her.
And you say she has a gem like the one that we possess that is mutated.
Yes.
She's a threat to this camp and to all of us.
Very well. We brought her here. I suppose it's only fair we help find her.
Question.
Yep.
Oh, this is more towards the captain or the magistrate or his name. If she has one of those stones, do you think she would go after your stone to put them together?
They rush inside and they start to look, and all the stones that they collected from you are gone.
Oh wait, did they collect mine? Because I never pulled mine out.
Nope, if you didn't pull it out at the beginning. It's just the one from Zeal and the 3 from Bloom. Are all
Oh, I
now
still
gone
needed
too.
that one.
As you're running around the camp now, you can see the hole that started to fall in and collapse. And you can see where she dug right under the post and just went straight down.
Impressive.
She's a digger.
Yeah. I've never seen any humanoid do that before, but I guess we shall figure out where this hole goes.
You can retrieve the stones. We will make it worth your while. We will fortify our position. Do what we can to aid you from here.
Of course, let your guards know. If you could lend us a rope so we can go down this hole with a way to return.
So it takes a couple minutes. You guys have time to do some preparations before it happens if you want to make any. But over time, the guards will come with 300 feet of rope. They'll tie it to the post and then make a secondary line. And they drop the rope down. The rope drops about 250 feet to the bottom. Just pure darkness as it falls.
Yes, while they were getting the rope, I would like to raid the kitchen staff for spices. I need some spices.
You find some pepper.
I'm just gonna I'm just gonna be like, pepper. Dump it on myself. Should work. Then walk back to the group and say, alright, I'm ready.
I have nothing I need to do. If everyone else is ready.
I think we should be ready.
Yeah, I'm
Been
good.
a long day. So you'll kind of go down first.
I would like to go down third.
Also produce a little flame on himself.
I'll scurry down after Zeal.
Okay. So this is pitch dark, so if you don't have any dark vision, you will be in the darkness without a torch or some sort of light. Zeal has produced the flame. See a bit.
I see in the dark.
But this is also a really good time to take a quick break before you guys start to check around this little area.
Yeah.
Gonna do a quick 5-minute break and then come back and explore this hole.
Sounds good.
There's a profit gift in his sub to good. Is that good chip? Wood chip. Blah. Thanks, man. Shout out to the.
That's Eric, by the way.
Oh, is it? What's up, Eric? So we'll be right back. And then we'll do this little mini dungeon crawl.
What?
Dungeons.
The best. All right. As soon as everyone gets back, we'll keep on rolling. Friday night D&D. You guys are unmuted too.
Hey.
I request waterproof makeup.
It's a Maybelline.
I mean, I hope no one in the group hates the smell of pepper, because I'm pretty peppery right now.
Someone's gonna sneeze.
But you put pepper on yourself.
Yep.
What the hell is Raining's camera doing with his chair?
It's becoming the chair.
It's trying.
It is the chair.
One with the chair. It's an interesting game because everything in this game right now is basically brought about by the other campaigns from prior to living in Erenel.
Oh. I see.
The lore behind paladin up there is he was the one that burned Lucan, which is Grizz's character's family, when they got possessed by Ma. He was one of the priests that went and burned their family, burned their temple. So when he said the Marbos, that was their Lucan's parents.
Ooh.
And then you guys are here.
Lore.
You guys have a nice little place to call home and protect yourselves in the Haunted Lands because you guys went and told Dark Chancellor in the Dying Embers game. Maybe you'll go there and you'll see Zavesh's family tending to the gardens. Or Avon chasing that girl around.
Yeah, true. I forgot about that.
What's up? What the hell is the other bird? Barry? Something?
Oh, Barry?
Barry?
Yeah, it was Barry.
The love triangle.
Doing what he got to do. Let me do this real quick. Throw on some spooky dungeon music.
That filter is really weird, Renning, because you put your hand by the water bottle and it like phases into existence.
All right, everyone's back. So,
Oh,
that's weird. So the five of you climb down the rope, lighting torches as you do. The air here is damp, bedded, and still. There's also a briny quality to the atmosphere here, as this oval-shaped tunnel is wide enough for you to traverse down with handholds too, so you can climb down and then you can start to use handholds to make your way down. The floor as you land of this cavern is covered in soot, and you can see tracks. Multiple humanoid tracks, leading up to and away from this area.
Does this look freshly dug out, or?
The tunnels?
Yeah.
The tunnels look pretty old, pretty ancient.
Like the sense of magic.
do exiles have dark vision? I don't think they do. Right?
Nope.
Okay.
I got my light up right now.
Yep.
I'm loading into Foundry right now. I crashed, but I'll be back in just a second. While we're standing here, do these tunnels look natural, or are they more really old, man-made?
These tunnels look to be very old man-made tunnels. They have a strange curvature to them. Even though they started to fall in on themselves, you can tell that it has been sculpted. And then Riven, when you got to about 20 feet down, you felt arcane magic. And then as soon as you passed that 20-foot down mark and went deeper into the cavern, you felt no magic. And that gives you the sense that whatever wards were placed by the college to protect the camp stopped about 20 feet underground.
I will keep that to myself.
I think the only ones in here with dark vision are Rook and Riven.
I see in the dark. I am the dark.
I'm Batman.
Yes.
In the darkness.
Molded
I'm
by
gonna
it.
use something real quick. I actually have a feature for this, I'm pretty sure. Aha, I do. Alright, are these Minotaur ruins?
These are Minotaur ruins. Nice.
Ah, seems we have found some old Minotaur tunnels.
Well, keep an eye out for writing. Zeal
Indeed, I will.
Can read it.
Let's continue forward.
So I'd like to look at the ground for any track marks.
Very sizable track marks. You can see multiple humanoid footprints going to the west and going towards the tunnel. You would put them at about With a quick glance, maybe 3 to 4 humanoids with 2 feet.
I will relay that.
I don't think we're going to be very stealthy since we just came down rope.
I have a fire in my hand in a dark cave.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is no point in stealth in here.
I'm gonna just go ahead and cast Mage Armor myself while I'm at it.
You got it. Cave bends around the corner, and a lot of the soot that was on the floor before is now gone as it's turned into more of just the hard mud.
I'm going to listen out for any sounds that I hear, like walking or anything.
Okay.
Like not our teammates, obviously, but.
Ooh, okay.
Hey.
That's a pretty good roll. So a couple things will stick out. One is you see this strange carved tunnel turns into it goes from the formation, begins to merge with stone. And what looks like a stone castle has merged with this underground tunnel, becoming one with the rocky surroundings, even though it's starting to collapse on itself. When you get to this point too, with your 25 perception as you listen in, about 100 feet in front of you, deeper into this darkness, you can hear the slow click clacks of what you would think of as nail against like a stone. Like,
I'll tell the group. I hear something up ahead.
What is it?
That might be our friends. Kind
I'm not
of pick
sure.
up the pace and walk faster towards the noise.
Staying
Yeah,
towards
you
the
can-
middle.
You can tell Zeal is very naive.
I'm noticing.
So when you get to here, a couple things will stick out to you from here. One is there are 2 tunnels that lead deeper, both of the stone floors here. You can see there is a little tunnel here on past the stone that's holding up the ceiling. The big thing that you notice is in the center of the floor right here. There are 2 legs, 2 humanoid legs, partially concealed by the chaos and the rubble. And there's also the remains of long dead animals which look to have been gnawed and consumed. This is like a feeding area. And then something else is stuck from under the rubble.
So Zeal's just kind of nerding out over this ruins.
Do you think this was pre or post spooky shit built?
Can I roll a history check? Let's see.
Yeah. And as you're doing that,
Same.
Bloom, you can hear now the foot fingernails coming from this part of the dungeon.
20.
I'm gonna point down that way. Both directions I'll point.
These ruins look ancient. These ruins look centuries old. You think they might predate the Great Sacrifice?
Wow. These are older than the spooky stuff and the sacrifice.
I'm gonna point down this way and say, like both ways. I hear the sound coming from that way.
You hear coming from here.
I don't
Zeal's
think
gonna
they're friendly.
draw his cutlass in his open hand.
So
And
these
seems
legs
like-
that are sticking out, are they like really decrepit or whatever? Or are they fresh or?
Make a medicine check. See if you can pinpoint how old they're definitely not decrepit. They look somewhat fresh, but you might be able to pinpoint how fresh they are. With the 7, they're definitely fresh. You'd put them at least a day or 2 old. Zeal, you would see right there.
I can't see that.
I can.
You're
If I go further,
gonna have to warn me for
So
that.
Rook, you see it? So Rook, you would see. You see, this wretched thrall was once human, and now is even farther lost. Its mind replacing humanity with hunger. Its body is composed of little more than bruised skin, which stretches over sinew and bone. But it has a very bulbous belly, which juts out and sloshes from side to side like it's just feasted. Its filth and gore-stained, clawed hands look at you as it sees you as you see it. and its black as tar tongue slithers out of its fanged mouth, and it licks its cracked lips. And it's going to immediately try to lunge at you. Roll initiative.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Something coming.
Oh shit.
I'm too spooked.
Damn. Initiative rolls are not good.
I don't know what you're talking about. Looking pretty good from up here.
So these aren't ghouls, these are ravaging thralls.
Ooh.
And Zeal's up first.
What the hell? Kind of move towards where I hear the noise coming from. Okay. I can't see anything still. I'll stand here and ready an attack at the first thing that comes at me.
Okay. Goes to Morak.
I'll do the same since I can't see either.
You both stand in position holding this dark cave in front of you. And Riven's up.
Alright. Ah, I can actually see one. I'd like to shoot it with an Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Maybe if you target two, it'll do that sweet animation.
You just reminded me. There we go. Okay.
Boom! Oh yeah. 19 is a nice hit for 4 force damage.
Ah, yes. I did 20. Let me step back one more. Alright, we're good.
So as its long tongue hangs out and it licks its cracked lips, you hit it right in the chest with an Eldritch Blast, and it screeches out in pain, then rushes at Morik and Zeal. And both of you guys make your attacks.
Will do. I'll use my advantage for that.
You got it. 19 hits for 5 slash. A 12 just hits too for 11 pierce. And the thrall looks rough. Oh, the one sneak attack rolled. The ravaging thrall looks badly wounded as both of you see it come running out of the shadows, and you both hit it with a quick stab and a slice. But it's able to maintain itself. And it's going to make a bite and claw attack. Bite's going to Zeal. And these are going to be made recklessly.
Ooh.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think so.
This is a claw coming at Zeal.
Okay, that's a little bit better. Need to make that con save.
Oh, it did. Zeal, give me a con save.
Okay, let's go. Am I feeling funny now?
You are paralyzed.
Oh, very nice.
Where is my... There it is. Boop. So it bites at you, and you're able to parry it with your saber, and then it comes and it slashes you across the chest, and as it does, everyone sees Zeal's body tense up in the pain. This guy dashes at Bloom. Another one comes out of the shadows, dashes at you, and goes to Bloom.
Gonna use my action to wild shape. I'm going to turn into an elk, a robotic elk.
Ooh, okay.
Its antlers are going to be like metallic. Its legs are also going to be like metallic, like robotic limbs. But everything else will be the same.
You got
It's
it?
like a regular elk.
Ouch. Now, there you go.
Alright. Don't believe I see anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I see.
You know he's
yeah,
there. You can attack with
yeah.
disadvantage if you want to.
Yep, I will. Actually, I don't think I can because it's an action to go into elk for me. So
Okay.
I'm not going to attack.
Okay.
That's it.
So you see this robotic elk appear next to all of you. It goes to Rook. The Horizon Zero Dawn action.
Hell yeah.
A
My
16 is a great hit for 10. You can make a con save to try to get out of your perilous if you want to.
Will do.
Hey.
Yeah. Cool. I guess that'll be my turn.
Goes to Morak.
Get him. Get him.
What a stabby stab. Oof. 13 damage against the ravaging thrall. Drops it. And it falls into the muck. Goes to Riven.
Alright. Oh man, got a giant elk in the way. Gonna... Oh. Can't get a good look at it now. Alright, I'm gonna come on over here and I'm gonna try to shoot it.
Gauss is giving Rook advantage. What's up, Gauss?
Hmm.
Do you want to crit it? You got the 20 damage if you want it.
Yeah, why the hell not? You only live once, right?
20 damage is enough to kill it.
I did a thing.
Eldritch Blast smashes into the face of this thrall and its head snaps back and you hear a as its head now hangs and falls. Even the 5 of you standing in this strange cavern.
You know, now that we think of it, what if it's all a trick and the advantage is actually just like a boon from a vacuous one that takes form of chat? The more you use it, the more corrupted you get.
Can I examine this thrall's body?
Give me an investigation check.
Cool.
Did the
I
elk
figured
is gonna
because you
go
said it's
into?
abnormal or something like that, right?
With the
So
9,
it's gonna go into the light.
this thrall's belly is like engorged, which gives you the sense that something is inside of it, that it ate something. And the other one also has a very engorged stomach. But besides that, they wield nothing. They have their butt naked running here with claws.
I got him.
Can I reach into the stomach and poke around?
How do you want to do it? You want to go
That's
through the stomach? You want to go through the
disgusting.
mouth? You want to cut
Yeah,
it?
you just see Riven just like look at the stomach, look at his hand, and then just shoving it directly in his stomach like, heck, I feel something in here.
How do you not smell worse than you already do?
I mean, it smells like pepper right now.
Well, now you smell like whatever the hell that thing ate.
Your hand grabs along some sort of glass, a canister.
Like to pull it out.
As you pull it out, you pull out a vial. The vial is closed at the top of the cork and is filled with this purplish liquid.
Hey, look, guys, I found something.
Do you want me to see if I know what it is?
Sure. I'll give it to Rook and I'll go to the other body and proceed to rip into its stomach.
Sure.
Poke around into this one.
Just gonna shove my hand into the stomach thinking that this one also has that.
Alright, what check do you want? Question mark?
You're a Rusco, so you can identify something once a day if you want.
True.
Or you want to make you can make an
I just
Arcana
want-
if you just want to
I'll
try to
do
guess.
straight Arcana right now.
Okay.
Just to try and save it.
15. This is a pretty easily identifiable potion. It is a potion of climbing.
Ooh.
I can drop in whoever's inventory wants it.
I'll give it back to Riven.
I'll take
He can-
one.
Yeah.
Raven's getting a potion of climbing. As you're
You
digging
get
around in this one's gut, you feel something. It's like a handle of some kind.
Ripping it out.
You pull out an enormous femur.
Ah. What's
Just-
this thing?
Doesn't look like any sort of weapon. It looks like the thrall here just swallowed a leg whole.
I'm gonna just shake it
Well.
around like, anyone know what this is?
Is it like a Minotaur femur?
It's humanoid.
I mean, you got 2 of those in your leg, I think.
Oh, it's a bone, a leg bone.
Oh,
I think most likely minotaurs, since we're in some minotaur runes.
so do any of you want it, or can I just chuck it?
You can chuck it.
Yeah, bullshit.
I'll just chuck it.
Phil's
I'll
gonna
give you your potion of climbing back too.
Perfect.
kind of bring his breathing under control as well too, real quick, and heal himself.
It's a good second one heal. Very nice.
Very nice.
Lost my bearing for a second there, but we're back on it.
Let me. I'm gonna just poke my head around the corner, see if I see anything.
I'll kind of poke around as well, kind of looking at this massive robotic elk behind me.
You just see Riven hold on to the wall, poke his head around it like, I don't see anything. And then I just see you come by with this light, and I'm like, oh gosh, my eyes.
You get around the corner, there's bits of bone chunks strewn about. You can see a little bit of excrement along the floor here. Looks like this is a little hovel they are living in, but nothing else of note is in the back of this little cavern here.
It smells horrible in here.
I can't
Oof.
smell anything.
You're lucky.
Be quite glad, my friend.
Hey, look, I found a
look.
path.
There's a path this way. There's 2 paths go up this way, and then there's a path that goes this way.
I do a perception check, see if I hear anything.
Sure.
Oh, I do. Sorry if I felt like I just cut someone off.
Very good.
I'm sorry.
With these mummy ears here. As you listen out, the 17 coming from this cave in front of you, you don't hear much except for a little bit of dripping coming from the ceiling. In the center, you can hear what sounds like buzzing, like flies, like a mass swarm of flies. Although it's a little ways off, so you can only hear just a little bit, but it's just a slight.
Well, he's listening. I'm gonna kind of look around for any writing or old text to kind of get an idea what this place was.
Looking around this
Like,
chamber, there's not much that sticks out to you. It's so old and has collapsed on itself so much, and they all have turned it into a disgrace of what it once was.
Where do we want to go, fellas?
You would see from
Up
this
or-
point, because you can see into
Oh.
there.
Oh.
If it helps your decision. The stone goes up a little bit as like an incline, and you hear these winged insects that are swarming around you, and you start to see them as you come in. There's a swarm of insects here, and you can hear another buzzing sound there. On the floor, in the center of this room, it is covered with gnawed bones of different shapes and sizes, and this looks more like a feasting den of some kind. What really jumps out to you is those insects, those winged and wicked insects are forming these frantic-like clouds that are descending and shuddering with a hum, and they drown out the sound as you come inside. They're so loud. And even as you get this close, they don't harm you because you're not close to the swarms, but you can feel these rough bodies rush against you. They skid against your skin. Some of them stick to your limbs, your neck, and your face, and you have these flying creatures starting to make home against your body.
I'm gonna kind of throw some oil flask on the ground in front of us, right here and here, and I'm gonna light it on fire to kind of make a wall of fire
Nice.
Oh
to
god.
ward away the insects.
The swarms start to
Oh my,
pass back.
jeez, that's disgusting.
So while I was listening, I heard these swarm in here, and I heard some dripping water from the ceiling in the other tunnel, but no, nothing else.
I'm not too keen on bugs. Let's go that way. I mean, there's a lighter. Is there a lighter on me for you?
Yeah.
Wait, who can't
It's-
see?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's
I was just
speed
trying to
on
make sure.
Elk. And
Ah.
I don't have a torch out as well.
So, wait, I got a plan. So Riven will pull out a candle from his pack and hold it to Zeal and ask him, "Can you light this?"
Yeah. He will light it for you if you put it up to
Alright.
his hand.
So I do that. I go over to our elk friend and I say to him, "Lower your head. I'm gonna impale this on one of your antlers, and you should be able to see now."
I'll do it.
I'd like to impale the candle onto one of his antlers.
Yeah, you got it. It gives you a lot of light. You can see.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
You think if we covered his antlers in oil and lit them on fire, he could light the way for us?
Be a fire elk.
Oh gosh, that's scary.
How
Add
would you
torches
feel
to it.
about being lit on fire, my friend?
Well, I mean, he is made of metal.
It's gonna cock its head sideways.
It's a little different. I mean,
I think not the best decision.
You
So we'll kind of keep moving forward.
You start to enter this snake-like cavern here, similar to the one you came down. They've been hand dug, but are starting to fall in on themselves. At certain points, as you climb through here, you have to climb over rock and rubble to keep going. As you make yourself through, you can see there's an opening that leads into that insect room, and then it continues deeper to the north too.
well, speaking of that, Riven, I mean, would you collect more and then stuff them into yourself, or do they just kind of go in there?
What do you mean?
What, you saw a centipede crawling around your face earlier.
Oh. I mean, hold up one moment. He's kind of just gonna like reach underneath his shirt and kind of like reach into his stomach. He pulls out the heart from earlier, but it's now infested with beetles. Yeah.
Oh, I
Fits in
mean,
perfect.
do you just like grow them in yourself, or do you bug collector?
I don't know. I just know that I lay down, go to sleep for a bit. Well, I lay down motionless, and next thing I know, I got some new friends. It's very weird.
Fair.
But do you want this heart?
No.
He's just gonna stick
Please,
it
no.
back in his stomach.
Zeal and Morak coming from this chamber in front of you. You hear this.
Ah.
Then it fades away.
Whispering voices ahead.
Oh, this is like a Tuesday.
Oh. Well, I don't know what goes on in that head of yours, but that doesn't sound too right.
How long have we been walking now since that fight?
Almost a minute.
Okay. I'm good on wild shape then.
In this little alcove.
You step into this alcove here. It's pretty bare for the most part. There's a lot of rubble that's strewn to the ground. In the back corner here, there is a small pool of water which is collected from drippings from the ceiling. About a foot deep.
Some water? If anyone's thirsty.
I found
I-
our bug friends.
Oh.
Don't go in here.
I see.
Then you step to a crossroad. This past north and west.
I'm gonna investigate that pool real quick.
Yeah, do you want to put your hand inside it, or do you want to kind of look around, or?
Yeah, I'll feel inside there.
I like how you asked, do you want to put your hand in it very specifically?
Well, Mark, you put your hand into this pool of water. For you, it goes in very deep, and you almost go up to your shoulders as you start to dig around in here to reach the bottom. You feel mud and muck on the bottom, and you feel something rub past your hand, almost like it has many, many legs, and it runs across your hand really quickly. Besides that, nothing else is you can feel nothing else in the water.
I'll try to snatch whatever it is that touched me.
Make a sleight of hand check. Line's good enough. You reach in, you grab, and you pull out this black centipede.
Just a little bit itty bitty thing, or
For you, it's pretty big. It would be about, it's probably about 6 inches long. As you grab it, it turns and it looks at you.
all right, I'll tuck it in my knapsack.
Okay. The Bloom, you see Morak reach in, pull out the centipede, stuff it in his backpack.
Again, Bloom is gonna cock its head sideways, looking confused.
Put bugs in his bag.
So wondering why am I close to the front line?
I'm gonna go to the north, I would say. I'll kind of wait up for the others to catch up, though.
Sure.
Gonna run ahead.
Come
Oh,
to another crossroad. It goes deeper to the
I
north,
like this direction.
to the
I'd like
east.
to listen.
Uh-oh.
So in this eastern cavern here, strange echoes, dripping stalactites, and a faint buzzing of flies cause you pause for a moment. The smell of rotting eggs is strong from the east.
Smells like something needs to be burned in here.
Actually, you know what? Could I do an Arcana check, see if I feel any magic?
Sure.
Sensing.
Nothing sticks out at you.
Can I, oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Zia, when you step into the center of the room here, a splatter of what looks like tar that's covering the walls here in this cavern start to swath, and this gooey mass sticks to the surface. But as you look on, the top edge of the slime peels away and starts to drip down onto the floor, causing a pool to grow and flow directly at you. You realize that whatever this ooze is a living thing, and despite having no eyes or organs, it knows where you are, and it's coming directly at you. We're going to roll initiative.
I see. There is a large puddle.
Awful.
What? Let's say, what's up with these vacuous guys in pudding?
Maybe they were hungry when they made them.
Maybe they really think mortals just love pudding.
Some pudding.
I don't eat.
So Riven, you see
void
this pudding, this void pudding form itself.
Well, like Harley once said, "Where my pudding?" As an Eldritch blasted.
14 hits for 6 force damage. You put a big hole in this puddle and it splashes everywhere. Then it slowly reforms. But you did some damage to it.
I'm gonna bow and then go behind this corner. Yeah, that works.
Okay. Goes to Rook.
Use the wave attack against it.
You got it. Strict wave, 12 hits for 6 force damage.
This pudding's gonna do something weird to us.
Yep.
Goes to
Well, you know,
Morak.
Got tentacles.
Death by Chalky Pudding.
I am going to. I'm gonna ready to attack. Just wait here.
Okay. He gets close, swing at it.
Yep.
You got it. Goes to Zeal.
I will keep my flame in my hand and also ready an attack when it gets close.
Bloom in elk form.
I mean, I'm an elk. I'm gonna charge. Can I charge through my teammates?
They allow you to pass.
No, I want to be stuck under the antler.
I'm going 45 feet there.
I gave him a candle.
And I think it's ram that I do, right?
Yeah, ram attack.
Yeah,
Extra 2d6 if you
ram
hit.
attack. I hit.
That's a hit.
Alright, 2d6 you said?
Yep.
Oh, that's awful.
I felt that in my soul.
Well, I'm here now. That's it.
You take 8 acid damage for hitting it.
Okay, I take 8 acid damage.
You ram it into this strange pudding. As you do it, it congeals around your antlers and it burns you. Now it's going to Sweat Pot.
Gonna what?
It reaches out, trying to wrap itself around the bloom. It misses. Riven's up.
Heyo. I'd like to shoot it.
Eldritch Blast. That's a hit. 10 force damage. Chunks of this void pudding are now flying across the room and splattering against the walls, and then turning into like a very hard, corrosive, showing that you're doing some pretty good damage to it.
And behind that wall and boink.
Goes to Rook.
Use another wave attack and go up to there.
Esoteric Wave.
Oh,
A 7 hits for 4 force damage.
what?
Another wave smashes into the splooge. Goes to Morat.
I'm gonna hand crossbow this thing.
It's a smart idea. 21 definitely hits for 7. You get sneak too because you got Bloom sitting there. Extra 2, nice. 9 damage.
Alright. Well. Let's do an attack against this guy. If that's 120. Nice.
20 hits for 8. You do take some damage from hitting it.
Yep. Figured so.
4 acid as it burns. But the best part is after you slash this thing,
Hello.
Motherfucker.
it becomes 2 smaller voids.
Oh boy. That ain't
Well-
good.
I was about to say, that one still looked bigger.
Alright, that'll be my turn.
Bloom.
You know what? I think I'll stay and attack. I'm going to who's the one to the right here.
You got it. Good damage.
Yeah.
As you hit with a good back kick, and it deals 4 acid to you as it burns your hooves.
I'm 1 health. That's L. I'm sad that there's no animation for the booster for the ram.
Yeah. You could
That's
probably find one
alright,
though.
Happens.
Sweater Pod is coming at Zeal.
That hits.
4 bludgeoning, 5 acid as it reaches out and tries to engulf you. And then the other pudding down here is going to attack Bloom
Bring it.
with another Sweater Pod.
That hits.
5 bludge, 2 acid.
And I'm out of the form.
Okay.
So I take 6 damage outside of the form. Alright.
Other round goes to Riven.
Should I be closer to them? Should I be outside? I feel like I would be here.
Sure.
Because that's where you hit me.
Yeah, that makes
You
sense.
add another one of those in the
At that
rotation.
one.
They go on the same turn.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying in the for the attack up there. I only see the one.
That pudding's looking a little rough.
Ah, yes. Oh, no, we'll stay right there.
Goes to Rook.
I still don't see Rook's health, by the way.
Good. You don't
Not
deserve
bad.
to know. I'll just go down here and take the protect action for Bloom.
Okay. So any attacks that go to Bloom are going to Rook at advantage.
Mhm.
But Bloom is safe. Morak.
Try to finish off that first one. That was wrong. Wrong click there.
I got you.
Just whip your rapier at it.
Ah!
Throw it.
10 hits. You do have advantage if you want the crit.
Is this one pretty bad shape or just bad shape?
Taking 8. He's still holding on.
I'll use the advantage on it.
You get that crit. You also make your sneak crit too.
Oof.
Or 8.
Roll
Well,
another sneak.
he is dead. I double that 2.
Oh. Yeah.
Puddin takes the crossbow bolt through it, and you see it just slowly dissolve into the ground. Just a deal.
Alright. Kind of stow my blade and I'll throw a Produce Flame at this one.
2 damage on the burn. It's holding
Awesome.
on, still holding its form pretty well.
That'll be my turn.
Bloom's up. Bloom, you have Rook hugging you, protecting you.
I'm only half the size, but you know.
Ugh.
You're like a stole.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to, in this situation then, since I know Rook's protecting me, I'm going to use my bonus action to heal Zeal. 3.
Alrighty.
And then...
I gave
What's
1 temp
this do?
HP as well.
I can't tell. Alright,
Yep.
I'm gonna try to frostbite it then.
Sure.
It's still 1 damage. It's alright. As long as it hits.
Every time.
Yes! Disadvantage, I think, on the attack then. So, if it attacks me or Rook,
It's a straight roll.
if it attacks me, it's a straight roll
Yeah.
for Rook. Alright, yeah.
That's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Double oneers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
He's reaches out in the
Take
air.
those.
Riven.
Alright, gonna go right there.
That's pretty funny,
Totally.
Legion. Sorry.
Then we're gonna shoot at it.
15, that's good force damage.
And that will be it.
The void pudding's looking rough. Just a Rook.
Well. I'll just swing at it with a hammer. I'll take the damage.
Wow!
16 hits. 10 damage. So close to being dead. There's a profit gifted sub to Legion. Thanks, man.
Oh, am I taking acid?
Did it not roll? There it is. Oh, the one. Singe of the fur.
It hurts.
It's a slight burn. Goes to Morak. Professor Amadoun and headcanon. The architect.
Alright, got a crossbow this one.
Seven just hits.
What?
You're-
What?
If the sneak's high enough, you could kill it. Oh, still alive. Barely alive. It's starting to fall apart right in front of you, Rook, but it's still there. Zeal's up.
We'll toss another fire bolt from his hand.
And the 8
Ooh.
catches the pudding on
Nice.
fire. And it burns in front of you, lighting up the area for just a brief moment. But you are all safe
Very nice.
once again.
Booyah.
He'll kind of just poke at the substance on the ground with his the sword. Nasty stuff right there.
I'd like to take the heart from my stomach and throw it into the substance to see what happens.
It rolls into the
By
black.
the way,
It turns to like a black heart as it rolls and sticks.
Alright, it's not corrosive anymore.
The little centipede crawls out of Morak's pack and rushes at the heart and tries to nibble.
Hey!
I let him chew on that and then I put him back in there.
I'm gonna take the heart back, looking at Morak disapprovingly.
Morak, as you put him back in your pouch, he feels slightly bigger.
Sweet.
You got a little centipede friend.
Hey, you never know. He could end up being a mount.
This is
after I
true.
lost my wild shape,
This man
the
MMOs.
candle, the candle just fell onto the floor.
Oh, yeah,
Meaning I lost my light.
Gotta pick it back up and try to relight it.
I
Yeah,
figured,
I'll
it'd be,
relight it.
I figured it'd be stuck to the side of your head or something.
It's like a horn. You got a
Even better.
unicorn candle.
I just realized. Did none of us ask for torches before we came down here?
I
None
have
of you
torches.
did!
I mean, I have a bullseye lantern. I just have a thing. I'll light it for you.
I have
Give
some
it to you.
torches.
I'll
I
give
have
it
torches
to
if you'd like one.
whoever.
I don't
wants
need
this. I just have the thing always lit in my hand, so.
Yeah, but during combat, if something happens and you get knocked and it's gone.
That's true. I'll light the bullseye lantern and carry it
Oh
around then.
gosh.
Okay.
Oh,
That should give me a large cone, and I'll drop it down whenever we start combat. I'll show you where. I'll put it somewhere. So it's like active when we're in combat. All right.
I've had
Cool. So I
torches.
have
the-
a.
There's much more light.
lantern out now.
I've had torches the entire time, but I forgot.
It's fine. They don't need to know.
I don't have any. So.
Oh wait, Bloom, you don't have any? Bloom, I turn to you and I hand you all 10 of my torches.
You
Oh my
just
god.
wanna
okay.
carry it.
There you go. Yeah, give yourself 10 torches.
All right.
I don't need torches. I can see in the dark.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Impressive.
So Morak, in this corner up here. Oops, not even
Oh gosh.
trying to do the ping.
Those are nuts.
Let's find the other screen up here. There we go. This tunnel opens to a mud-filled cave of oppressive heat. But it looks like there is some sort of wall that blocks your sight. You can feel the heat coming from behind the wall. The path there seems blocked for some reason. And then it opens up and traverses to your west. I'm going to refresh my Foundry real quick.
It looks so weird seeing Zeal like point.
Yeah, it was.
Spin around with this cone.
That's why I said like that.
It's accurate.
There we go. Yeah, so this is there's a wall here, but you can feel heat kind of emanating off of it. And then the cavern continues deeper on your west.
I like the warmth. You guys want to go that direction?
I mean, warmth doesn't always mean good.
Yeah, I mean, what if something's trying to bait us that way now?
Can I try to hear into this area?
As you listen, everyone pauses, no movement. You listen deeper into the cavern. You hear the faint sound of someone with a male voice singing, very, very far away.
Hey guys, I hear a voice down this way. Do we want to go towards the heat or the voice?
Both
sounds-
sound equally bad.
I'm not sure if I want to meet anyone that lives down here.
I mean, heat technically bring us the same way, wouldn't it?
I never know.
So Zil, you walk up.
Maybe.
So there's a wall right in front of you. There's like a pure stone wall, and there's heat coming from behind the wall.
So does it look like this is like another room? We're just on the back side of it.
Could be, yeah.
I'm sure the other path might lead us to the other side of this wall.
Hmm.
Unless you want to bust it down. This is all probably very fragile.
I'm gonna walk up to Zeal and heal him.
Of course.
Cure wounds.
Yeah, poke that wall. Is it solid, soft?
6 healing.
You poke it. It's pretty solid. Pretty solid stone.
All right.
Maybe we could just go meet the new neighbor.
Yeah, I believe that's our only option then.
We'll make note of this, and then we'll come back if we need to.
I'm sure if we can find the right stuff, we can improvise an explosive.
You could do that too.
Wait,
Or you could
Always
spend
the
you could spend a whole lot of time to chisel if you wanted to try to like chisel through it.
wait, I forgot the pie for the neighbor.
What?
I don't think there's any time for a pie. Where are you gonna get eggs?
You start to hear a harp coming from the west, from this direction.
I mean, it could be more than just chicken eggs.
I'm not sure if I want void chicken eggs.
The harp
Don't
sounds
actually
gets
trust
louder
it.
and louder the deeper you get.
I knew I didn't trust that cat.
Bruce, for a
What?
moment, I thought you said Arby's sound for a moment.
Did you try eating meat if it was that cat?
It's the meats.
No, I said I knew I didn't trust that cat. This is
I
for
know.
down here.
I'm asking if
mean-
you would like to try that cat cooked.
I mean, you catch it, I'll cook it.
So Zeal, as you
There's-
step out into this cavern, you see this guy.
Yeah, he seems like a good guy.
Oh, that's my Uncle Ted.
You can see it in the eyes.
So every surface
like-
in this room is covered in powder.
Is he like reactive to us walking in, or is he just sitting there?
So he's sitting in a chair.
Think-
The chair is carved from the wall, and there's a very grotesque statue of a skeletal horned figure next to him. So that skull there is this very large effigy of a skeleton that he's put together from various bones. He sits lazily in the chair, and he regards you with shrewd eyes as you enter, and he stops playing his harp. His harp is made from sinew and bone, and he puts it to his side. And he
Or
just stares
powder.
at you.
Do you speak?
Of course I speak.
Do you speak the common tongue?
I'm speaking it.
Sorry to intrude on your little sanctum.
And who are you to step into my domain?
Neighbors.
A mere
We're lost.
passerby. We're looking
Passerby.
for some others that came this way.
Others. Well, what do you think, Rot? And he looks at the red statue. Do you think we can trust these passerbyers? The statue just stares, doesn't even move. He leans in, acting like he's talking to it, and he listens. Rot doesn't like you.
But I heard him say yes.
Wait, did he? And he leans in again. Did you say yes, Rot? Did you like these passerbyers?
Can I whisper, yes?
Make a deception check.
Cool.
I want to make a perception check and see if I hear Rot.
Okay.
Go on, go on, go on.
Please, yes.
I love this bullshit.
Rot doesn't say a word. But Casca hears Rot. He thinks he hears Rot. Oh, Rot has taken a liking to you. Never mind. You're welcome in my domain.
So how long have you been down here?
I've been here since the beginning. Just like
Speaking of,
the void was here before the architect was. I was here before those above us.
The Minotaur.
Countless ages. Above me is a constant cycle. It is all the same. You waste your lives trying to impress something that couldn't care less about you. Deities are useless.
This is certainly some interesting words.
Did you feast upon others to learn and grow smart and intelligent, to learn how to speak?
I read books, which I guess are made from the hide of animals and the bark of trees.
I mean, we eat meat of animals too, so technically.
That too.
who is we?
That one doesn't. And I'll point over at Plume.
And he
true.
is the dumb one of the group then. It's like I eat, and I've ate much, and every time I eat, I learn from what I eat and grow strong and intelligent.
You didn't happen to eat a woman and her cat, did you?
I have not, but I did see a woman and a cat pass by here.
Ah, those are the ones we look for.
They stepped through the wall of fire
The wall of fire?
to the east, going towards the great ancient temple of the one we shall not speak.
Get acquired. And he's gonna walk this way.
Is that wall activated by fire?
It's very hot if you press against it. I ate a creature, and the creature told me to not touch it or I'll burn my hand. I've
I
learned
see.
Casca is wise.
How did they pass through this door? Or is there not an easy way?
They gave it an offering. She held up a circular object.
Ah, I know what must be used then. Very well. Thank you for your help, Casca, and I'll look over at the effigy and kind of like fakingly say, you as well.
Rot is wise and smart. I have given information. Don't you think I deserve a taste of one of you?
What do you mean by taste?
A little bite, a little nibble, to learn, to grow wise.
One looks down.
Riven's
There's
gonna
not
reach
much
into his
to taste.
Riven's gonna reach into his stomach and pull out that heart.
This is perfect.
And he's
gonna turn into a fucking void monster now.
Casca's eyes flare.
It's like, will this do? It's my heart.
It would be delicious. I will learn much from it.
Yeah, it'll be perfect. Riven's just gonna walk up to him and hand him a heart.
He takes it and he inspects it. Covered in tar. He bites it like an apple.
Bon appetit!
This is the cook's heart, right?
Yes, it is. That had beetles and rolled around in the void slime for flavor.
As he chews. Interesting. If I add spices to this meat, it will taste much better.
Oh, I gotcha.
Knowledge
Riven's
of cooking is a powerful one.
Riven's gonna take some powder off him, sprinkle some on the heart. There you go.
He bites it. Something called lobster from the sea should be delicious. Will you
My
bring
sentiments
Casca
is that-
more food?
Yeah, sure. How do we get out of here first?
Sounds like we have a way out. And I'll kind of pull out the little crystal that I kept in my pocket. Seems like this might be a useful tool to getting in. Shall we
Is it the-
try it?
Is it
Yeah, it's the gem.
crystal?
Yeah,
Ah,
because I kept one.
Would you
Hmm.
mind giving Kashka another taste? If I give you something to help you along your way.
Riven's just gonna start rummaging. I think I'm fresh out, guys.
He pulls out this tribal-looking sword, the very sturdy frame, and around the sword it's lined with steel shards. It looks like a machuro, like one of those ancient Aztec weapons.
Ooh.
Use a powerful sword like that.
It was rots until he rotted.
What does
Rot,
it do,
that's
might
pretty
I ask?
It makes things die so you can eat them.
See.
As he holds it out, Riven and Rook, you feel it is magical.
I like magical shiny things.
But only a offering worth its price will I trade. And I will trade more items for you if you bring me delicious meals, much more substantial than a heart.
How about lobster from the sea?
Depending on what you give me, will be what I give back. So this guy, so you know, Casca is a merchant that's going to follow you throughout the entire Haunted Lands. And whenever you give him food to eat, he will give you stuff. There's not many merchants in the Haunted Lands. Depending on what you give him, he will give you stuff in return. He's like a magic item vendor.
So I did a good thing by giving him the heart. Perfect.
So if we feed him a merchant, does he gain more merchandising abilities?
He might.
Merchandising? No, it's merchandising.
Merchandising abilities.
Merchandising.
Yep.
Got it.
We don't have any immediate things to offer you, but we might come back and deal for that item. I wouldn't mind to take home a nice artifact from these ruins.
Well, then you must survive. You can feed Casca. Casca use you all to grow very smart. Become best Casca.
Just like Rod intended.
there are other Cascas.
If there is, I will eat them. And I will learn more about these Cascas.
There can be only one.
Well, shall we continue to the firewall then?
Yeah. Unless there's another way this way. I mean, it looks like there's another passage.
Does Casca have a preference in his meals?
Dead, cleaned, and cooked.
The ones that are alive. Have a much better taste.
Prefer him kicking.
The sounds they make when you bite. Ecstasy.
Flavor of death. I see. Very well. I'll kind of move over here, kind of poke into this cavern a little bit.
As Riven leaves, he turns to Rod and says, "Stay dry. Don't move. Don't go anywhere."
Good job, Rot. You made a friend. You look similar. That's probably why.
Luma's gonna look at Casca and say, I don't like you, but I like Rot. Walk out.
Hey, look! It looks like a little bridge thing.
This room looks weird.
Yes,
Oh, never mind.
Step into this room, you see a half dozen stone columns rising up from the ground, holding up the ceiling. This area is a little warmer, and there's a heavy air that carries the smell of rotting meats.
I swear, guys, it's not me.
Yeah, surprisingly.
I swear I can break wind.
Is there anything that would give off that smell?
Nothing that stands out, but it is coming from this direction.
I don't
Like air's being pushed
move
into
along
this room.
this wall and see if there's anything interesting in this room.
It's checking the walls, crumbling. And you can, as you tap, you can hear that there's a lot of rock and dirt built up on the other side.
Do I hear anything down this way that we're going?
Just smells.
It just a putrid smell. But nothing that would you don't hear anything that would give you cause for pause. Just the sound of Kashka's harp playing silently, softly to the north.
Okay.
Hey, another passage.
The smell gets stronger coming from the east, and then this passage to the south, you'd be able to deduce that it goes back to that the beginning.
Never mind.
Well, I think we should head to the warm wall and try and access it.
It would make sense.
And if not, I could always blast it open.
We need to avoid the bugs in the center.
Bzzz.
Yes. Let's think.
Riven kind of stops, looks at them, and he contemplates what recipes he can make out of them, but then
Gotcha.
continues on.
Go. Whoosh.
All right.
Thank you.
Whoosh.
Cool. I'll wait till everyone gets here.
I mean, I could try blasting it.
Well, before we do that, I'm gonna just try holding up the stone to it. Kind of approach and like hold it up in the air. Kind of wave it around, see if it does anything to the door.
Say something.
Are you waving it like you just don't care?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know how to use this.
Children of the Mind Spike. What do you offer for admittance?
This gem. Here.
Break it upon your body.
Oh boy. But kind of take his cutlass and like smash it on over his head. Kind of dribble it down. Well, can't get nowhere without science.
LSD.
Do I have to do anything when I do that, or do I feel fine?
You feel fine.
There's another wall.
Testosterone is kind of...
Might have just cursed myself for life, but anything
we all
in
have
the
to
name
do
of
this?
progress.
So as you smash it, the wall there starts to fade away. As it fades, you get hit by that heavy oppressive heat. And as
That
you
is quite one.
get a couple steps in, and then you see a cascade of boiling mud rushes down the eastern walls here. The air hangs thick, makes it difficult to breathe as pools of hot mud boil and pop.
And I stick my pinky finger in a little bit of that mud.
Oh my.
Did we find dwarfs?
From the distance, you see this cavern is dominated by an ancient temple built into the cliff face. It soars high into the cavern. Carved into the stone itself are a pair of pillars flanking this looming archway. Each one is etched spiraling stars which have worn itself over time. The hush and gravity of each footfall in this cavern fills you with a specific emotion. Everyone roll a wisdom save and we'll see what your emotion is as you look
Oh,
upon this
boy.
ancient temple.
Oh boy.
Wait, I should have asked if I could have chosen to fail.
Okay,
Just
go
for
to.
science.
You want to choose fail?
I'd like to choose fail for science.
I'll fail for you.
Steel passes,
failed
Riven
my-
passes. Or Riven chooses to fail, Rook passes, Bloom passes, Morak and Riven, you both fail. So,
Let's go.
for those that passed, you can feel and you can hear the whispers of countless prayers and ceremonies have been worshipped here, and they fill the three of you with dread. This is a mausoleum of despair. This is a tribute to death. Morak and
like-
Riven, you hear the whispers of countless prayers and ceremonies of worship, and they fill you both with solace. You are home. You must go see your master.
Wait till I have 2 masters now? Dang. Okay. Do I know the way to my air quotes master?
So the voices are calling both of you to walk up into the temple. Join
Riven's
those
just-
inside.
Kinda eyes wide open, he's just gonna start walking.
Riven's gonna grab. Not Riven. Bloom is gonna grab Riven, but
I assume we have no resistance to this, which is something we do.
Yeah, you just start to walk towards it. They can grab you and they can try to prevent you. But you really want to go to that temple. Something's
Bloom
calling
is
you.
gonna try to grab Riven at least. Somewhat.
I mean, I'm out of my faculties. I don't know if I'm dip, duck, and dodging, or am I just plowing through, or letting it
Yeah.
happen.
Trying to
Yeah.
like grab Morak's arm and like bonk him on the head with the back of my sword.
Get hit with a wrench.
Do you want to get knocked
Must-
out?
Dodge.
No, he's the one bonking me. You gotta ask him what he's doing.
It's just kind of you know like a loud like basically a smack, but like with the back of my sword. Try and wake him up.
So, pommel smash.
Yeah, kinda. Not too hard. Definitely hard enough to shake someone.
Mark, you get hit back of the head. You stagger a bit. The sound, the solace, still before you. Home is still in front of you. It's calling to you. It wants you to come back.
Must go home.
Should we stop them? Or should
I-
we let them lead the way?
I don't think we let them lead the way.
I don't think you want to go in big scary underground building willingly like this.
We should report back to the college with this information.
Release me.
Uh,
I'm gonna try to shake Riven while I'm holding him.
As you shake Riven,
Release me.
he's focused on the door. And then you see, sitting in front of the door, the little cat Nook sitting there just staring at all of you.
I should not have chosen to fail when I'm worshiping a cat. What?
That's a good spot to end it.
got a mess now.
I'm worshiping a cat.
A couple things are gonna happen here. One is you guys
Means
hit
in
level
fact he's
3.
got- Nice.
So if you wanna roll health now for the stream, or you can take the average. You guys are all hitting level 3.
I'll take that
Oh,
average.
yeah.
Must.
I'll just go average.
roll.
But I get a +1 from being a mummy.
I must
I'm
roll.
doing average. I did.
I
the
should
last time
not
it was
have
awful.
rolled.
The 2.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I hit the 2 last time, and
Oof.
I'm good. No, thank you.
I'm
I
doing the
will
average.
take that average.
Everyone's taking the average for Zeal.
I know my roll luck. I should not ever roll.
Yeah, good old level 3.
So much stuff now.
Now you guys can level up. You get some
I got-
subclasses. You guys have a
Oh,
huge
yeah.
power spike to go in this temple.
Oh yeah, that's huge. Are we full health and level like all of our spells?
I'll give it to you. You guys can have your long rest when you get your level.
Okay.
Make the next part of this pretty sweet. So the next game, you guys are going into the temple, unless you can somehow get Riven and Morak to not want to go in. Spoiler, they're going in.
I'm going in.
Going
Oh, I
into the
forgot
ancient
George.
temple under this war camp. They built the war camp on top of the
boy.
ancient temple. Whoops.
Here's the meme.
So the next game for the Void Beckons is not next Friday, but the following Friday. So this will be on March 18th. My next stream is tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern with Nephistrad Burns, another campaign.
Hell yeah. Can't wait to see what happens there.
Yeah. Hope everyone enjoyed the game. Level 3. We'll get into some more spooky, creepy stuff on the next one. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you.
Peace.
Later.